Our world was withering. First it was the wells, then the rivers, lakes, seas, all reduced to dust and memories at a dragon's whim. Humans could do nothing but watch, powerless and forlorn. They begged for rain, paying with their lives, sacrifices. And any newborn cursed with draconic features was considered the evilest of omens, and disposed of accordingly. A tradition I was blissfully unaware of, until my mother paid the price for violating it.
What was the chief thinking? She was still so young. What of her poor daughter?
It's that poor daughter's fault. Turns out she's a dragonling.
No. How could she hide something like that? What if it turns on us?
The selection of sacrifices was simple. Whoever deserved it most, and would be missed the least, was next. My mother, however, was missed greatly. Everyone pitied the tragic Belle and her ill-fated child, enough that they didn't have the heart to kill me. Or so they say. In reality, they just kept me alive because my draconic powers were useful.
Mizuchi, be a dear and refill the pitcher.
Of course. Here you are.
Atta girl, you're a real help.
Mizuchi, can you water my fields?
Already did. I'll come by again in the evening.
Be it curse or blessing, like our draconic tyrant, I was able to summon water at will. So long as I used that power for the people, I had a place in the village.
Tired? You think I could delay the shipment because you're tired? You're lucky we keep a lazy dragonling like you around.
I'm sorry, sir. I'll try harder.
I've heard some villages kept dragonlings alive as livestock, feeding them to the dragon whenever it demanded another sacrifice. But I was too precious a resource to waste.
Why didn't you kill the dragonling? Why? My sister didn't deserve to die.
I needed them to like me. I needed to fit in.
This man betrayed his wife's love and trust and has shamed us all. All in favor of sacrificing him next. Cast your stones!
No! I didn't do it! No! Stop! Stop!
Well, kid, don't just stand there. Stone the sacrifice!
I had to follow the rules. I had to do what they say. The village had its way of doing things. Anyone who strayed too far from the herd was either a liability or a threat. Life will go on with or without me, so I have to keep up. I can't stop. I can't resist. I can't. Or they'll kill me. As I grew, so did my list of duties. Hydraulic rush. River's maw! I have to get stronger. I have to be reliable. My village was never short on water, so we had bountiful harvests. All was well, until word of our prosperity spread. Whenever bandits attacked, I was expected to drive them away. Dragon, bare your fangs that filth.
I didn't hear nothing about them having a dragonling. Stay on guard! Huh?
Through bog or mire, the flow must endure. For the river rages to flush the murk.
Oh, wait! We're sorry. We're so sorry. We won't ever bother you again. We'll leave right now.
Stagnating, degrading our waters pure. I'm sorry. I did what I had to do, without question. My personal feelings were irrelevant. There's only one way for dragonlings to survive in human society. Go with the flow. One day, the village chief approached me.
Mizuchi, you are everything a dragon should be. Honorable, strong, and generous. Please, you have to defeat the wicked dragon bleeding our lands dry. Your claws are our claws.
But I'm just a dragonling. I'm no match for a true dragon.
Please, Mizuchi. You're the only one who stands so much as a chance.
We can't send any more sacrifices. The village won't survive any more losses.
I could either take my slim chances against the dragon, or face certain death at the hands of the villagers who raised me. I chose the dragon.
Everything! Everything is your fault! Do you know how much I've suffered because of you? Die! Die! Die!
Somehow, against all odds, I defeated the dragon. We were finally free of the tyrant, droughts, and sacrifices. Or so we thought.
Why hasn't the rain come back? Why haven't the rivers returned? The dragon's been dead for more than a week now.
The humans had gravely misunderstood their tyrant. The dragon hadn't stolen our water. Like me, it had created water from nothing. Except the dragon had been producing enough to support the whole world.
Why? Why? Why?
Where'd she go? That dragonling murdered our savior!
My son died because of her. My little baby.
I just did what they told me to!
The villagers blamed me for the dragon's death, as though they hadn't begged me to kill it. I managed to escape, but no matter where I went, there were only more humans. Increasingly desperate humans. Then... I was running, frantically pushing my way through the brush. I didn't even see the cliff. Didn't understand I'd fallen until I lay staring at one of my own ribs. I was dying. Where am I? When I woke, I was in a Memoirs, blissfully unaware of the horrors I'd endured and committed. Seeing my life played back, I realized just how miserable it had been. When I woke at the base of the cliff, miraculously alive, I vowed never to follow the flow again. I will decide my path. I will do as I please, when I please, where I please, and I will have my way. I roared at my blood and bones, as though determination alone would force them back into my flesh. I spent my entire life afraid of going against the flow. I always put others first, even when they were wrong, even when it hurt. And look what good it did me. It's my turn now. I'll be the tyrant they feared. If I can command the tides, I can command the flow of life itself. I ascended to the heavens and attained true dragonhood, divinity. I wreaked chaos upon the land, blinded by wrath. By the time I stopped, I'd long since forgotten why I'd been so furious. Where am I? The cracked, dry earth I'd known was gone. All I could see was ocean, for in my rage, I'd submerged nearly the entire world. Hardly any land remained. Humanity was near extinct.
The mortals called me Salong. Salong, the Tetrad Dragon, the serpentine god queen whose unending reign sunk 4 continents. I settled on a nearby island, making worshippers attend to my every whim. You presume to issue me orders, mortal?
Orders? Never, Your Highness. I beg you, please. Please stop the rains over the western... Ah!
Selfish fool. Even if you beg and plead, you're still telling me what to do in the end. I'm bored of fish. Bring me some real meat.
But, Your Highness, you already ate our last...
No buts! Bring me my meat! The flow of water is the flow of life, and my currents, coiled around the world, direct it. They wanted water, so I gave them more than they could ever deplete. What more do they want from me? One day, I found a book chronicling the history of my island. It told of ancient sacrifice rituals, and of a dragonling who betrayed the village by slaughtering its guardian dragon, bringing drought and famine to the land. By some sick twist of fate, I'd returned to the village of my birth. I destroyed it. I destroyed everything. I constricted my coil of currents until nothing was left but me and the sea. I let my body sink to the ocean's bed, where slowly, quietly, I closed my eyes. Where am I? When I awoke, I found myself in a Memoirs. So ended the life of the Tetrad Dragon Salong. Seeing my life played back, I realized just how miserable it had been.
I remember now. Whenever I was afraid I'd offended someone, I'd wash away the muck no one else would ever volunteer to. And every time I thought to myself, this is my life. Just unclogging sewage day after day.
Humans are lazy and destructive by nature. To live among mortals, one must wallow with them in their muck.
Dragon, bare your fangs at filth.
Through bog or mire, the flow must endure.
For the river rages to flush the murk,
stagnating, degrading our waters pure.